Have you ever wondered why, as we grow older, a full night's sleep can feel so out of reach? Maybe you slip into bed, close your eyes, and hope for peaceful dreams. But then, at 2:00 a.m. or 3:00 a.m., you find yourself wide awake, your body restless, your mind still tired. Even when your bladder isn't really full, the urge to get up pulls you out of the warmth of your sheets. You're not alone. In fact, this is one of the most common struggles for seniors across America. Yet, hardly anyone talks about it openly. Many people believe it's just part of aging, or simply blame it on getting older. But what if I told you there's another reason, one that's so simple, yet most of us never think about it? The timing of when you drink water could be the hidden culprit that keeps robbing you of deep, restful sleep. Think about your routine for a moment. Maybe you enjoy a soothing cup of tea or a cool glass of water before bed, believing it will keep you hydrated through the night. But here's what many doctors are now sharing with their patients. Drinking water too late in the evening can quietly disrupt your natural sleep cycle, even if your bladder isn't full. You see, our bodies process fluids differently as we age. The hormones that help us sleep through the night become less active, while our bladders grow a bit more sensitive. What used to be no big deal in our 40s or 50s can now cause us to wake up again and again, even for the smallest urge. But there's good news. Small, thoughtful changes in how and when you hydrate can truly make a difference. I've seen countless people in our elderly active living community try this and wake up feeling more refreshed, more energetic, and far less frustrated. Instead of gulping down water late at night, try shifting most of your hydration to earlier in the day. Enjoy your biggest glasses with breakfast and lunch. Then, as the sun begins to set, gradually slow down your sips. A tiny adjustment, but the results can be remarkable. Let me ask you, have you ever tracked when you drink water, or noticed how it affects your sleep? What small habits would you be willing to adjust for a better night's rest? Stay with us in this video, because we'll share doctor-backed secrets and simple routines to help you finally break free from those restless nights. If you've ever wished for sleep that feels easy again, you're not alone, and there is hope, just one gentle habit away. Part 1. How your body changes with age. The science behind nighttime awakenings. After the age of 55, so many things in our bodies begin to shift sometimes in ways we don't expect. One of the most surprising changes? The quiet drop in a tiny but powerful hormone called vasopressin. You may not have heard much about it, but vasopressin is your body's natural sleep protector. When you were younger, this hormone would rise each night, telling your kidneys to slow down their work so you could rest without constant interruptions. But as we grow older, vasopressin production quietly fades. Your kidneys, no longer on night mode, keep filtering water and fluids just like they do during the day. The result? Your bladder fills up much faster, sometimes even after just a few sips of water in the evening. There's another little twist. Your bladder itself becomes more sensitive with age. Decades ago, it might have comfortably held 400 or even 500 milliliters before you felt the urge to go. Now, the nerves that send fullness signals to your brain are jumpier. They can sound the alarm at just 150 milliliters, sometimes less than half a glass. Suddenly, a small amount feels urgent. You wake up, sometimes multiple times, not because you're drinking too much, but because your body is telling you it's time, even when it isn't really necessary. And here's the kicker. As we age, our bodies filter water more slowly. The same glass of water you drank at 7 p.m. in your 30s would be handled and processed by bedtime. But in your 60s or 70s, your system takes longer to process that liquid. It lingers, waiting its turn, quietly adding to the overnight buildup. Think of your body like an old, wise machine still, wonderful, but needing a little more patience, a little more care. It's not your fault if you find yourself waking up again and again, even if you've tried cutting back on drinks or using the bathroom just in case. The real change is happening inside, in the way your organs communicate, the speed at which your kidneys and bladder do their jobs, and the signals your brain now receives. Have you noticed yourself becoming more sensitive to small changes in your daily routine as you age? Maybe your bladder feels fuller, faster, or perhaps that one extra cup of tea after dinner seems to send you straight to the bathroom at 2 a.m. You're not alone. These shifts are natural, but understanding them is the first step to making gentle, practical changes that can help you sleep more soundly. So if you've been blaming yourself or feeling frustrated, remember, this is simply how the body works as we age. And the good news? You can work with your body, not against it, to find that peaceful rest you deserve. Part 2. Everyday habits that quietly disrupt your sleep. Let's be real for a second. How many of us have reached for that extra glass of water, or made a cozy cup of tea or milk, thinking it'll help us wind down after dinner? Or maybe we've sipped on a little soup to feel warm before bed. It feels harmless, even comforting. But did you know, for seniors, these habits could be the sneaky reason your nights keep getting interrupted? Here's the science. When you drink a lot of fluids water, tea, milk, or even soup after 6 or 7 p.m., your kidneys are suddenly put on overtime right when they want to start winding down. Instead of preparing your body for deep rest, they're busy processing and sending more liquid to your bladder all through the night. And guess what? That means you're more likely to wake up just when you were starting to drift off. There's another habit most people don't realize is causing trouble, the just-in-case bathroom trip before bed. It sounds smart, right? But doing this too often actually trains your bladder nerves to send false alarms. Your body starts to believe that even when your bladder isn't full, you need to go. So you end up waking up at night for a trip to the bathroom, only to realize it wasn't even urgent. And then there's the big one, drinking too little water during the day. Maybe you're so busy or worried about waking up at night that you forget to drink enough. So, what happens? By evening, you get super thirsty and start chugging water, trying to catch up. But this late-night hydration puts a ton of pressure on your kidneys at the exact wrong time, making those nighttime bathroom visits almost a guarantee. Oh, and let's talk about ice water. Chilled drinks might feel refreshing, but after sunset, they can irritate your bladder even more. As we age, the bladder lining gets more sensitive. Cold water in the evening can make it twitchy, making you feel like you have to go sometimes when you really don't. So, if you're finding your sleep getting choppy, take a quick look at your evening habits. Are you drinking most of your fluids at night? Is that bedtime bathroom trip just a routine? Are you sipping on cold drinks instead of room temperature water? Sometimes, it's these little things habits we never questioned that quietly keep us from the deep, healing sleep we deserve. Take a moment and ask yourself, which of these habits shows up in your nightly routine? You might be surprised how quickly your sleep improves once you shift them. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Active Living for more tips to help you sleep easy and wake up refreshed. Part 3. Real stories, real solutions, how simple changes made a big difference. You know, sometimes advice hits differently when it's not just facts and science, but real people, real stories who've actually been through it and found a way out. Let's dive into a few inspiring journeys from elders who learned the power of changing just one small habit to get their sleep back. First, let me introduce you to Moungi from Hyderabad. For years, he believed that waking up 2 or 3 times each night was simply part of getting older. He tried everything, cutting back on water, using sleeping pills, but nothing worked. Then, he realized it wasn't about how much water he drank, but when he drank it. By moving his main water intake to earlier in the day, Mongi started sleeping through the night for the first time in years. That one tweak brought him peace he thought he'd lost forever. Then there's Sushila Marji from Pune, a 72-year-old who just loved her nightly cup of ginger tea at 9 p.m. It was her way to wind down, but it kept waking her up at 2:30 every morning. When she shifted her tea time to 6 p.m. and switched to just 2 sips of warm water before bed, something magical happened. She started sleeping 5, sometimes even 6 hours straight. For her, that tiny change was life-changing. Now, meet Rajesh G. from Ahmedabad. He used to believe that eating a healthy salad and fresh fruit at dinner was the secret to good health. But night after night, he was up and down, visiting the bathroom more than he could count. Once he moved his salad and fruit to lunchtime, his sleep became deeper, longer, and so much more restful. And finally, let's talk about Uncle Romesh from Nagpur. He thought drinking a liter of water between 7 and 9 p.m. would cleanse his body. But what it really did was guarantee 3 bathroom trips every single night. When Romesh started drinking 70% of his daily water before 3 p.m. and limited his evening sips, he woke up only once a night, and soon not at all. It felt like a miracle, he says, but really, it was just better timing. What do all these stories have in common? It's not about depriving yourself of water or giving up your favorite foods. It's about respecting your body's natural rhythm and making tiny tweaks that honor your changing needs as you age. So if you see yourself in these stories, maybe it's time to experiment with your own habits. Let us know in the comments what's one small change you've tried that made a difference in your sleep. Part 4. Science. Backed tips for drinking water the right way. Let's get real. Staying hydrated is always important, but how and when you drink water can make a world of difference, especially as you get older. So, what do doctors actually recommend if you want to keep your nights peaceful and your sleep deep? First off, try to drink most of your water during the day, especially before 5 or 6 p.m. That's when your kidneys are working at their best, and your body has time to process all that liquid before bedtime. Imagine it like filling up your gas tank in the morning so you can run smoothly all day, then easing off before you park for the night. After 7 p.m., go easy. Experts say it's best not to drink more than about 150 milliliters. That's just a small glass of water in the evening. This little tweak gives your bladder a break and lets your body get ready for a calm, uninterrupted night. Taking medication before bed? Of course, you still need a sip to swallow your pills, but here's the trick. Just enough water to get the medicine down, nothing extra. There's no need to chug a whole glass if your only goal is to take your tablets. And here's a classic habit that quietly causes trouble drinking water just in case before you go to sleep. Sounds like a good idea, right? But actually, it trains your bladder to wake you up for even tiny amounts. Instead, trust your body. Only drink if you're truly thirsty, not out of routine or worry. What's the takeaway? Small, science-backed changes in your drinking habits can add up to major improvements in your sleep, your energy, and your peace of mind. It's not about cutting out water, it's about getting smart with timing and amounts, especially in the evening. Try it out for yourself and see if you notice a difference. And if you're curious to learn more about the little tweaks that make life easier after 60, stick around, we've got plenty more wisdom to share. Part 5. Smart eating and evening habits for restful nights. If you want to sleep better after 60, don't just focus on how much water you drink, pay attention to what you eat and do in the evening too. So many little choices add up to peaceful nights. Or, let's be real, those frustrating wake-ups. Let's start with food. Juicy fruits like watermelon, oranges, even tomatoes and cucumbers are great for your health, but they're best enjoyed before 6 p.m. Why? Because these water-rich foods quietly add to your bladder's liquid load. Eat them too close to bedtime, and your body will be busy processing all that fluid right when you want to be sleeping soundly. And what about salty foods? Things like pickles, chips, or even a hearty bowl of soup. They might taste comforting, but salt actually makes you thirstier, pushing you to drink more in the evening. It's a sneaky way to end up with a full bladder after midnight. If you've ever noticed you get up more after a salty dinner, now you know why. So here's the simple swap. Keep your dinner light and go easy on dishes that are watery or heavily salted. Steam some veggies, have a little rice, or choose protein that won't weigh you down. You don't need to go hungry, just focus on meals that don't flood your system at night. Evening routines matter too. A gentle morning walk can help move extra fluid out of your legs, so your body won't try to catch up at night. When it's time for bed, try sleeping on your left side, which is a trick doctors recommend to ease pressure on your bladder and help your digestion do its thing. Don't forget about comfort. Wear light, cotton pajamas, and keep your room cool. Overheating can make you restless and even increase your thirst. And if you wake up in the middle of the night, don't rush straight to the bathroom just because you always do. Pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, do I really need to go, or is this just habit? Over time, these small changes become powerful. The right evening meal, lighter clothes, a few good habits, they all add up. You'll wake up with more energy and a clear mind, instead of feeling like you've been running to the bathroom all night. Give it a try tonight. A calmer, more comfortable sleep might be just 1 or 2 small habits away. Part 6. Busting the biggest myths about water, aging, and nighttime urination. Let's get real about some old habits and common beliefs that actually make nighttime bathroom trips worse as we age. If you've ever thought, maybe I should drink less water during the day to avoid waking up at night, you're definitely not alone. But honestly, that trick backfires more often than it helps. Here's the truth. Drinking less water during the day does not stop nighttime urination. In fact, it can make it even worse. Why? Because when your body doesn't get enough fluid in the morning and afternoon, it tries to catch up at night, shifting more work to your kidneys just as you're ready to rest. Dehydration also makes your urine more concentrated, which irritates the bladder and makes those late-night urges stronger, not weaker. There's another myth out there, one that says only men with prostate problems have to deal with waking up at night. But ladies, this isn't just a guy thing. After 60, both women and men are affected by bladder changes and hormone shifts. Anyone can start feeling the urge to go with even a small amount in the bladder. So don't fall for the idea that it's only the prostate. It's about aging, not just gender. Let's talk about another habit: going to the bathroom just in case before bed, even if you don't really need to. It sounds sensible, right? But here's what actually happens. When you keep emptying your bladder before it's full, you train your body to feel urgent, even when there's hardly anything there. Over time, your nerves start to send you on a wild goose chase to the bathroom all night long for no good reason. Trust your body's real signals, and only go when you genuinely need to. One more gentle reminder: if you love a warm drink at night, try moving it up a little earlier. A cup of tea, a little warm water, or even a light soup can be soothing, but aim to finish those by 6 p.m. The earlier, the better for your bladder and your sleep. Changing old beliefs isn't always easy, but even one new habit can change your nights for the better. More daytime hydration, fewer just-in-case bathroom trips, and a little adjustment to your evening routine can make a world of difference. Remember, it's not about strict rules, it's about listening to your body, learning what works, and giving yourself the best chance for a peaceful, uninterrupted sleep. Part 7. Gentle nighttime routines for deeper, restful sleep. Now that we've explored the science and busted a few myths, let's talk about simple nighttime habits that actually set you up for the best sleep possible, especially if you've been struggling with waking up for bathroom trips. Because sometimes it's not just about what you drink or eat, but also how you wind down your day. First, let's start with routine. Our bodies truly love predictability, especially as we age. Setting a regular bedtime and wake-up time even on weekends helps train your internal clock. If you're always drifting to bed at different hours, your sleep signals get all mixed up. Try aiming for the same time every night, and notice how your body begins to prepare for sleep naturally. Next, pay attention to your environment. A cool, calm bedroom is your best friend. Overheating can wake you up, while a room that's too cold can leave you restless. Soft lighting in the hour before bed signals your brain it's time to wind down. If you enjoy music, choose something gentle or calming. Sounds think rain, wind, or soft instrumental tunes. This sets the mood for relaxation. Limit screens at least 30 minutes before bed. The blue light from phones, tablets, and TVs can actually trick your brain into thinking it's daytime, making it harder to fall and stay asleep. Instead, try reading a printed book, listening to an audiobook, or simply sitting quietly with your thoughts or a gratitude journal. Many seniors find that jotting down 3 things they're grateful for, or writing a simple note about their day, calms the mind and eases nighttime worries. If you do wake up, don't panic or rush straight to the bathroom unless you really need to go. Pause. Take 5 slow, deep breaths, relaxing your belly and shoulders. Sometimes the urge will pass and you can drift right back into sleep. Practicing mindful breathing can actually retrain your body to let go of false alarms from the bladder and settle more easily. Finally, try gentle nighttime stretches, nothing too active, just a few slow movements, like shoulder rolls, gentle ankle circles, or soft neck stretches while sitting on your bed. This keeps blood flowing, releases tension, and prepares both mind and body for deeper rest. Remember, creating a soothing night routine isn't about making things complicated. It's about sending your body the signal, you're safe, you're cared for, it's okay to rest. Small changes in your evening habits can unlock a more peaceful, refreshing sleep and help you wake up feeling stronger and more energized every morning. If you've found any nighttime routine that works for you, feel free to share it in the comments. Your wisdom might be just what another senior needs to hear tonight. Conclusion. Listen gently to your body. Small changes, big difference. As we come to the end of this journey together, let's pause and remind ourselves. Sometimes, the path to better sleep is not paved with drastic changes or difficult routines, but with the smallest acts of self-kindness and attention. If you take away only one thing today, let it be this: your body is always speaking to you. Those midnight wake-ups, those gentle nudges to drink a little less or a little earlier, those moments of restlessness, they are not signs of failure. They are simply gentle reminders to listen, to adjust, and to honor the changes that come with each new season of life. It might feel surprising, but the most powerful improvements to your sleep can start with tiny shifts. Moving your evening glass of water to an earlier hour, choosing lighter snacks at night, or practicing a few minutes of deep breathing when you wake up instead of heading straight for the kitchen or the bathroom. So many people in our elderly active living community have shared stories of how just one small change, like swapping tea for warm water before 6 p.m. or skipping the just-in-case bathroom trip, helped them finally get a peaceful, undisturbed night's rest. Remember, this journey isn't about perfection or keeping score. It's about finding what helps you feel stronger, more comfortable, and more at ease in your own skin, every day and every night. So, if you've discovered even a little hope in these tips, or you're inspired to try one gentle change, I invite you to type the word HOPE in the comments below. Your voice and your experience may encourage someone else who's been quietly struggling with the same problem. And if you'd like to keep learning simple, proven ways to make life after 60 healthier and happier, don't forget to hit subscribe, ring the bell for new video updates, and share this message with someone you care about. Remember, you are not alone, and a better night's sleep may be closer than you think. Until next time, take care of yourself with patience, with curiosity, and with hope. Your journey and your rest matter here.